Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I will start everything with the name of Allah Almighty, who is the most gracious, the most merciful. In this video, I will tell you the IELTS reading test, and in this part, a diagram is mentioned, is present, and we will have to determine the names. We will have to identify the names of the diagrams. There are three questions: question number 6, 7, and question number 8. So this part is melting zone, the next one is cooling zone, and the third one is something like wheels, and it is falling something on the melting zone, then it moved to the cooling zone, then it moved and passed by two wheels. So we will now read the paragraph, the passage reading number 1, and we will see whether it is written or not. We will start from where we skipped from the recent video. The floor process for making flat glass was invented by Alistair Pilkington. This process, Pilkington's floor process. So we reached that paragraph where it is mentioned. The float process for making flat glass was invented by Alistair Pilkington. This process allows the manufacture of clear, tinted and coated glass for building and clear and tinted glass for the vehicles. Pilkington had been experimenting with improving the melting process, and in 1952 he had the idea of using a bed of molten metal. It is starting from this. Pilkington had been experimenting with improving the melting process, and in 1952 he had the idea of using a bed of molten metal to form the flat glass, eliminating altogether the need for rollers within the float path. So the first one is molten glass. Because it is mentioned, Pilkington had been experimenting with improving the melting process. Which melting process? In the previous sentence it is mentioned this process allows the manufacture of clear, tinted and coated glass for buildings and clear and tinted glass for vehicles. So glass will be written in the first blank, molten glass, and in the second one is in the diagram, this is the bed surface. So what is this bed surface? Pilkington had been experimenting with improving the melting process, and in 1952 he had the idea of using a bed of, yes, the word bed is present, a bed of molten metal to form the flat glass. Molten metal is the word that will be written in the second blank. So the third one is to form the flat glass, eliminating altogether the need for rollers within the float bath. So these are the rollers. Now we will write rollers in the third blank. So this diagram is not difficult because everything is written in the passage, in the paragraph number 3. So this test is practice test number 10, reading passage number 1. If you will read the whole passage, the paragraph along with the paragraphs starting from A to the end point, then it will not be difficult for you to understand what are the questions talking about. if you understand the IELTS reading test, then don't forget not only to subscribe but also share and like the video. It will be supportive for me.